Hello, sheeple. So, you've just watched the UE5 thing, or you've just watched my other videos, and you want to know how to enable some of the features in UE5 that are quite essential, I'll say. Now, one of them is probably one of the most underappreciated features in all of UE5, and that is asynchronization for physics from the frame rate, pretty much. It's super important stuff. So, what you want to do is, you want to go to Edit, then go down to Project Settings, and then you want to type in the search Async, and you'll see where it says here, tick Physics Async in the Edge's Physics heading thing. And what you want to do is, you want to tick this, and then there you go. The frame rate and the tick rate are completely separated. So the frame rate and the physics are completely independent from the tick on a CPU level. Now you might be wondering, but Brandon, why is this important? Why do I need to turn on async? Because the way that UE did physics in the past is that ticks and physics were both processed on the same thread on the CPU, which means your physics simulations are not consistent. You'll have a physics object within your level which worked and like moved around or whatever, and then you'd stop play, you'd press play again, the cube would move and the physics would move, but it would move completely differently than what it did in the first time round when you pressed play. So with this, it runs it on a separate thread of your CPU, and I don't know the engine stuff behind it. I don't know the code stuff. I'm not a fucking software engineer, but it makes your physics more consistent. So if you can turn that on, I would highly recommend you turn it on. It's not been fully implemented yet, so if you run into problems relating to your physics, then you're gonna have to turn it off. But if you don't run into any problems, I'd highly recommend you keep it on. Super underrated part of UE5, and I'd highly recommend it. Anyway, see you in the next one.